Okay. She said drop my money, and I'm like, it was a setup. Chiamaka, come here. She's like, where's my money? Things now I stole, and then I lied to cover it up, like, look at me being all badass. My mom was like, Chiamaka. It makes said kneel down. I kneel down straight, like more quiet, and I'm like, and she's like, I don't want to hear Pim. If I hear Pim, and I'm like, so I hold your lip. Okay. I don't know, I'm just really, this is my first story time video, and I'm just kind of like, I hope I deliver well. Thank you for joining me. It's mostly Ella here again, and I'll be telling you guys the first time I stole. I know. I was about to say everybody steals, but then again, not everybody steals, so maybe I'm just a thief. I'm not a thief. So yeah, let's get into the video. Please do not forget to subscribe. If you like this video, give it a big thumbs up. If you do not like this video, give it a thumbs down, but I'm sure you like this video. So yeah, you comment down whatever video you want me to do next, because for now I'll be based on entertaining videos, just telling you guys about me, or pranks, or challenges, or just stuff like that. So let's get into this video. It started like this. The first time I stole, I was like, at least that's when I remember that was the first time I stole. I don't know, I was about 4 years, yeah, if I'm not mistaken. I was 4 years old, and it was my mom's money. I stole my mom's money. So what happened was that I went into her room, and then I saw 5 naira. And then 5 naira could buy 2 of there's this wafers that they sell. Then it was very like long, then it's 2 5 naira, so 5 naira could buy 2 of that wafers, and that was my favorite biscuit at that point. So I saw the money, and I'm like, I just started, like, you know, there's a point in your childhood where they start letting you to just cross over the street and just buy something, just cross over and like buy 1 biscuit for yourself, and then get like stuff like that. So I was at that stage. I just recently started going to buy stuff for myself, so I felt like, yeah, I need any money. I'll be begging people for money. Come on, give me 10 naira, come on, give me 10 naira, like that. So I saw my mom's money, and it was 5 naira, and I took it. But immediately I took it, she saw me, and she was like, drop my money. She said drop my money, and I'm like, am I really going to drop this money? And then she just left me. I felt like it was a setup, because immediately she said drop my money, I was still holding on to it, like, you get now, like thinking she's going to be like, yeah, go, but she didn't say anything again. So I felt like, maybe she'll forget now. It's just 5 naira, you get, like. So I took the money, and immediately I crossed over to go and buy this stuff. So when I crossed over to buy stuff, one mind was telling me that I should eat that thing there, because I know that she warned me. So in my mind, I was like, I should eat that biscuit on my way upstairs. Like, I should not carry that biscuit and come upstairs, because if I bring the biscuit upstairs, she'll definitely know that I took the money and I went to buy the biscuit. Yet, like 4 years old me, like I couldn't really picture things together. I'm like, I don't really know, Sha. So I just took the biscuit and I went upstairs, and I was about to enter my room and eat it. Then she was like, Chiamaka, come here. Chiamaka. I'm like, hey. Okay. So I walk over, and I'm like, and then she's like, where's my money? And then I'm still looking at her like, and then she's like, Chiamaka, where's my money? And I started crying, and I started crying, and she was like, why are you crying? I said, where's my money? Why are you crying? And I was like, I went to buy tom. I actually lied. I didn't want her to know that it was biscuit that I bought, you guys. So I lied that, okay, I went to buy tom. So that's 2 things now. I stole, and then I lied to cover it up, like, look at me being all badass and grown up, like, So I was like, I went to buy tom. And she's like, you went to buy tom? And I'm like, yes, I went to buy tom. And she's like, okay, no problem. So I was still scared. I was still like shivering, and I was crying. So I went inside the room. I could not eat the biscuit. I was like, what will I do? I was just there, and my dad was in the bedroom. He was bathing. He wanted to go to work. It was very early. It was about 8 a.m. It was like 8 a.m. in the morning or to 9 or just something. I knew it was not afternoon yet because my dad was at home and he goes to work very early. So I'm like, okay, still there. So in my mind, I'm like, Daddy, please come out of the bedroom. Like, I was waiting for him because then I was a daddy's girl. So if he comes out, he'll beg for me. And I was very little now, very cute. He needed to see me then. I was cute. So like, I was waiting for him to come out down because I knew that my mom was not done with me. I was like, I was sure she wasn't done with me. So I was waiting for my dad to come out before she brings her full anger on me. And I was like regretting, like, why did I take this money? Like, you know, at that point where you feel like they're going to use cane and flog you, your mind will start going to places. So I just stayed inside the room. I could not eat the biscuit. I was like, God, if she now finds out that it's not even biscuit I bought, it's tom-tom. 2 sins in one. So I was sat there waiting for my dad, he did not come out. My mom was like, Jamaka. And I was like, Ma. And then she was like, come here and bring that tom-tom with you. So in my mind, I could not, now that I was thinking about it, I was like, okay, why didn't I just tell her that I've already taken the tom-tom, I've already like licked it and everything. I didn't really think about that at that point. So me, I carried my 2 biscuits. Like, I carried it in the 2 hands like this. And I was going to meet her. And then when I was there, she was like, where's the tom-tom? And I was showing her the biscuit. So she was like, it's not tom-tom you bought, it's biscuits. I was like, yes. She now started speaking Igbo, like, this girl have spoiled. Like, small, you know, that she was not shouting, small girl. When did they give birth to you? You're lying, you're stealing. She was like shouting, very, very angry. The rest of my siblings were in the parlor. And then my other sister, Queenette, she was the one, like, we're close at that point. So she was the one that, like, came to the room to peep, like, what's happening. And then she saw me. My mom was like, kneel down. She was like, kneel down. And I'm like, God, oh God. So immediately, now, you know, no, I stood up and I was like, oh God. It makes said kneel down. I kneel down straight. Like, I didn't even think it. Just kneel down before she'll kill you. So I was kneeling down and I was crying. By then I started crying. I was shaking. The biscuit was already on the floor. I was shaking like, God. Then as I was shaking like that, she was not like shouting, speaking Igbo, like, you know, like giving me back to back insult, everything. She was like, and I was still in it. I was still crying. She has not touched me. I was already crying. She has not beat me. She also was like, why are you crying? I've not touched you. You're crying. Should I beat you so that I don't know why you're crying? Why are you crying? Mind you, all these are in Igbo. At that point, I could understand Igbo. I just could not speak it. So as she's asking me questions, I'm replying her in English, but she's asking me in Igbo. Do you get? So she's like throwing questions at me. Why are you crying? I've not even touched you. So then I'm all quiet. And I'm like, and she's like, I don't want to hear pim. If I hear pim. And I'm like, So I go and I was still crying. Like, I was crying, waiting for my mind. I'm like, Daddy, come out now. Like, come out. And before I was like, Daddy, come out. My mommy has already brought cane. Then it got really, really intense. Like, I was like, ooh, it's about to get down. I know at that point that you were prepping your body, like, ooh, how you, like, where she's going to flog. Because I know that I was small now. So definitely she's not even going to flog me, man. She's going to tie me in my back or other. God. Now I'm thinking about it, I can't remember all the cane I've received from that woman. So like, I was like all scared, and I'm like, Daddy, where are you? And then she flogged me. Like, when she flogged me, I was like, like, I screamed, and I was like, then I started crying. Just one, I was crying, Daddy, I was crying. Then as I was not crying, Daddy, you know, my dad was in the bedroom from the beginning. He didn't know when I stole the money. He didn't know anything. So he came out, and like me screaming like that, he rushed out of the bedroom and he was like, what happened? And then he saw my mom with cane, and then he saw me on the ground. I was kneeling down and I was crying. So like, he was like, Marjoy, What happened? What did she do? My mom was like, this small girl, she stole. I told her, like, she was like, Agwaramia. I told her that she should not take that money in, and she took it, and she went, and I was still there, daddy, and he was like, yeah, sorry, stand up and go. And she was like, stand up and go. My mom said, stand up where? Stand up from that place, let me see you. I was like, hey, I don't die, even my father cannot save me. That's when I realized that, God, even my daddy cannot save me. And then the next thing I heard was, start eating that biscuit now. I'm like, start eating that biscuit now. And I was still looking at her, and I didn't know whether it was a setup. What was happening? Like, what would she be telling me to be eating biscuits? So I'm still looking at her, and I'm like, and she was like, okay, you don't want to eat it again, Abby? You don't want to eat it again? And she was saying all those things. Me, I was crying. Imagine tears after everything. I was crying. I was now like opening the biscuit. As I was about to open the biscuit and like start eating it up, my dad was like, Chamaka, I leave. As he said leave, immediately I didn't even wait for her to say anything. I jumped up, like I didn't even wait for her to like say, where are you going to? I jumped up immediately. I dashed out of that room. Serious. I then went to my room. My sister was now there. And I'm like, you know that one, I don't know what's her problem. Like right from time, she has been very, very annoying. See that somebody is in a critical situation, she now came. Why will you steal? It's not good to steal. I'm like, who is this idiot? Like this one, you're supposed to be saying, oh yeah, sorry, don't mind mommy. And she's telling me, like, she's trying to put, obviously I know that I'm wrong, like I did something wrong, like I stole, right? So I don't need you to come and tell me that you stole and it's not good, and you get now. I need you to come and be like, I don't mind mommy, why would she do something like that? Why would she be, you get, that's actually what I'm thinking she wants to say. But then she comes and then she like turns it around, and I'm like, whose side are you on? Like, you get, so I didn't even answer her. I was crying. I was still crying. Then it was like my senior sister now came. I said what I wanted to get, and she was like, don't mind mommy, why would she beat you? You're a small girl, you get. And she was not like, you're a small girl now, you did not know. And she was like, it's not 5 naira. She was not like you know, now you know, you can not as if she they all knew that I was wrong. I knew I was wrong, but you just have to tell me what I want to hear. I was 4, for crying out loud. What would make me stop crying? You get, at that time you're not even thinking about who is wrong or who is right. All your own is that they flogged me, and it was just one. So then I was like there, I was just there, and my sister came and she was like, sorry, don't mind mommy, and I'm like, okay. And she was like, clean your eyes, and I cleaned my eyes, and she was like, come and sit down with me. So we went to the parlor, and then we were sitting down and we were watching a movie. Like, we're just there, we're just watching the movie. And then throughout that day, I did not say a word to my mom. I was like, no, you be doing so I was just there. I talk to her, I do anything. My daddy left for work. Then I just stayed. I don't know how we even reconcile, because I know that small children, right, just small things that you just go, mommy, so probably that's how we settled. But at that point I was scared, I was terrified. That's when I knew that this man, I think that was like when okay, now let me now tell you, since that time that she flogged me, it took me a while to even like take stuffs without telling her. Like, I was now the one that was preaching to my sister Queen, like, because my mom had a shop then. So if in the shop she sells, like, it was like a supermarket, so she sells like lots of stuff, chocolate, everything. So if my sister is like taking chocolate and like eating it, or trying to take sweet and like lick it, I'm going to be like, mom, you beat you get that, because of like what she did to me. I was like terrified 247 to take anything from her without telling her. Chige, even when I take it, if she just you see it in my face that I've done something wrong. Chige, I used to feel like she knows that I've done something. That fear was still in me for a very, very long time. God, for a very long time, to the extent that in the shop, we sell drinks. My sisters, they'll take like maybe Coke, or they'll take Capri Sun or something, and then they'll drink it, and then they'll be like, do you want? And I'm like, no, I don't want, because I don't want the case whereby if my mommy comes and then she's like, who drank this thing, they will not point it back to me, because I was so scared. You know, like anytime I think about this day, it is just come back to me like, ooh, like, whoa. So like it went a long way. I just like this whole story just went a long way in my life. Like, I kept remembering it. God, it was terrifying. I don't know if I really drew an image of how terrified I was then and how terrified it made me for like more than 5 years after. But I was scared. I was scared, and I'm really like, sometimes you just start like being, God, if not for daddy, if not for daddy. That's the end of my story. That's the end of my story. That's the end of how I stole and what went down when I stole and everything. I hope you guys like this video. Please give it a big thumbs up if you like it. If you enjoyed the story, make sure you tell me that you enjoyed it, because I really like to know your feedback. And tell me if you had any similar stories like this, if something like this happened to you when you were small, if you stole and then they caught you, because I was caught. So I'll see you guys in my next video. Make sure you keep in touch. Bye.